Hello, this is MIT Open Courseware Centric Wiki World University and Schools, WUAS, Monday, News and Question and Answer, Q&A, on January 22nd, 2024, at about 10 a.m. Eastern Time, 7 a.m. Pacific Time, USA, 7:30 p.m., I think, India time, and check your time zones if you'd like to join this from Japan or Africa or Australia or any of the other 200 countries around the world, for example, Syria or Egypt, for example. Before we begin with some of the news and question and answers that I'd like to share, I just want to see if anyone wants to join us. I'm not seeing anyone yet seeking to join this Q&A. Posting the recording of today's WUS News and Question and Answer to Twitter, twitter.com/WORLDUNIVANDSCH and twitter.com/WUAS Press, PRESS. And I think the Twitters are also here on this sticker I'm holding up with both wings of World University and School, WUAS Press, and both logos as well. So to begin, World University and School is exploring questions of artificial intelligence and agency, or free will, or action, or free intervention. And even for coding for this with robotics, like Lego Spike Prime Robotics Kit, and machine learning, which you can do with Lego Spike Prime Robotics Kit from home, with the Scratch programming language out of the MIT Media Lab and the Harvard Graduate School of Education, and which is free. The Scratch programming language is free, and which can be done through play, through playing with robots, making robots, through playing with code. Scratch is the drag and drop visual programming language. So what is agency? And if artificial intelligence is beginning to become free of human oversight or coding, where artificial intelligence could code itself, for example. What is agency? For example, free will is one problematic way to understand action or intention from a human perspective. And does artificial intelligence have agency already? So one definition of agency is for humans is personal agency is the ability to initiate and direct actions toward the achievement of defined goals. For a long time, centuries, millennia, people, I think, thought that there were other forces or influences or determining factors or religious conceptions that affected human behavior, and thus that people didn't have agency. And agency and free will in a religious sense, as ideas, have been around for a long time. But now with artificial intelligence, the possibility for AIs, for example, cars or camping vans, such as Toyota ProAce camping vans or Waymo autonomous vehicle cars, may be beginning to have agency. And driving is one way of conceiving of an agent. That's an automobile, that's a machine, being able to make its own decisions from a myriad of choices, choose its own paths without human intervention. So does AI have agency yet? Well, here's a quote I found online, which I think characterizes these questions in a great way. The AI, artificial intelligence co-pilots, are still handing over the initial agency to humans by waiting for the input. But after that, they start to make decisions for us without us knowing what is happening. And what are the rules that the decisions are based on, and so on. So AI co-pilots could be autonomous vehicles or airplanes running on artificial intelligence, or ships, or little robots we build out of Lego Spike Prime robotics kit to explore these questions further of how humans can almost give machines agency, intelligent machines, free action, free intervention. And see the minute number 8 from the WUS monthly business meeting on January 20th, 2024, Saturday, 2 days ago, in the Twin Flower blog post in scott-macleod.blogspot.com. And further regarding the Lego Spike Prime robotics kit, which I have one of, and which World University and School is seeking to make central to our online educational majors and programs for students studying for FRIDA, students MIT OpenCourseWare-centric degrees from their homes in their main languages from all 200 countries. Lego Spike Prime robotics kit and machine learning and agency 2. Well, there are three YouTube videos I found that perhaps show how we can build our own robots to begin to explore this further out of Lego Spike Prime robotics. One is titled Object Following Lego Spike Prime Robot Using AI Machine Learning. This is for both Lego Spike Prime robotics kit and machine learning and agency 2 that I searched on. And another second video is Lego Spike Prime and Artificial Intelligence Agency. The video is titled Machine Learning with Spike Prime. And the last is Machine Learning and Spike Prime Nearest Neighbor classification with stuffed animals and training for machine learning, and a little machine learning lesson for kids even, where the little robot that the adult, maybe a father made, trains its data on tall and small stuffed animals, and then helps show kids how machine learning works. So, yes, it seems as if machine learning, artificial intelligence, robots are gaining free will, agency, action, intervention to make their own choices, regardless of human coding. And this offers remarkable benefits potentially to humans, but something it's great that we're thinking about to inform and influence, and perhaps humans can create parameters for this for machines which have agency. So agenda item 2, this is regarding a World University and School and my application to Stanford Law Codex Fellowship for 2024-2025, and an email I sent to Stanford Medicine's interim chair, Dr. Bonnie Maldonado, MD, on January 18th, in response to her January 18th, 2024 video greetings, and regarding World University and School medical schools. Dear Dr. Bonnie Maldonado, MD, and all, I sent this also to the former chair of Stanford Medicine, Bob Harrington, and to the former president of Stanford, John Hennessy, and who's now the chair of Alphabet, and to Roland Vogel, executive director of Stanford Law Codex, and to Hank Greeley, a Stanford Law professor, and by courtesy of bioethics as well, and many other people. The video is titled, 4 or 5 minute video, is titled Stanford Department of Medicine Interim Chair Bonnie Maldonado, MD, January 2024 monthly update. And in it, she says at about 4 minutes and 25 seconds that Stanford Medicine wants to showcase our work, team science, community partnerships, and inclusion. And my email further to her and to this network of colleagues proceeds in a partnering vein. I just asked this on Twitter. Thanks, Stanford Medicine's Dr. Bonnie Maldonado, MD, Interim Chair, for your 1/18/24 video regarding showcase our work, team science, community partnerships, and inclusion. And how could 200 online World University and School medical schools in a realistic virtual Earth for surgery and for medicine and for genetics be part of this? This is a set of 6 tweets at World University and Schools main Twitter feed, and at WUAS Press, and at mine, Scott MacLeod, and the Open Bands, and Harbin Books, and SGK MacLeod, which is languages Twitter feed at World University and School for all 7,168 known living languages. My email to Bonnie Maldonado, MD, proceeds. MIT OpenCourseWare-centric Wiki World University and School seeks to create 200 online medical schools with online teaching hospitals, and in a physical, digital, realistic virtual Earth for medicine. Think Google Street View with Time Slider, Maps, Earth, TensorFlow, AI, artificial intelligence, and even with Pegman becoming avatar agent, electronic health records for all 7.9 billion people on the planet, and for clinical trials, for speakers of all 7,168 known living languages, for example, with packets sent through the mail to speakers of all 7,000 languages in all 200 countries, for further rigorous scientific research into new developments with drug therapies. For example, I've applied for a Stanford Law Codex fellowship position to explore some of the legal questions regarding Startup World University and School, and regarding a collaboration between Stanford Law and Stanford Engineering, with applications due by Friday, 1/19/2024, last Friday. And I'm interested in exploring some of these questions with Stanford Medicine further. Thanks much to Bob Harrington, MD, recent chair of Stanford Medicine, for meeting with me in his office in 2017 at Stanford Medicine for about 30 minutes to talk about some of these World University and School medical school questions in Stanford Medicine Medical School. Greetings from snowy Pennsylvania in asylum from the SF Bay Area as a whistleblower. How might we possibly please talk about this? And regarding online WUS medical schools in all 200 countries, hashtag WUAS UNIVS, and the nation states wiki subject at World University and School, from which all 200 major MIT OpenCourseWare-centric WUAS universities will emerge, and in their main languages, worlduniversityandschool.org/wiki/languages, which is a main wiki subject page at World University and School as well. Thanks, best regards, Scott G.K. MacLeod, and included the Twitter post, the blog post, Jimcad or Queen of Shiva's Crown, with my Stanford Law Codex Fellowship app. And I included some World University and School related wiki schools for the medical school, which are on the World University and School Medical School wiki subject page. Aging Reversal Genetics, a fairly new wiki school in English only so far, but a fascinating new development. No courses yet from MIT OpenCourseWare that I found. And I haven't found any courses yet online, but I'm continuing to look. Some of the others are anatomy and physiology, biology, cancer biology, clinical trials at WUAS for all languages, complementary and alternative medicine, digital world medical school, genetics, genomics, health sciences and technology hospital, planning 200 online teaching hospitals in all 200 countries and in their main languages. Medicine, omega-3 fatty acids, optometry, ophthalmology, pediatrics, pharmacology, psychiatry, science, World University and Medical School, World University Nursing School, World University Pharmacy School, planned to be in all 200 countries and in their main languages, and with courses and as open wiki schools as well. And also added the second WUAS medical school, the China Medical School at WUAS, which World University and School began within the past 3 months. And it has MIT OpenCourseWare courses in traditional Chinese, in Mandarin on it. So it is already in Chinese a little bit. And the email that I sent to Bonnie Maldonado, MD, the interim chair of Stanford Medicine, I also sent to Jonathan Chen, medical doctor and PhD and computer scientist at Stanford Medicine, and Dr. Joe Wu, who's a cardiologist in Stanford Medicine and the president of the American Heart Association, who may be a native Chinese speaker, and perhaps Jonathan Chen and Dr. Joe Wu, MD, would be interested in developing the China Medical School for all 1.4 billion Chinese speakers and Chinese people in China and around the world. Agenda item 3, a set of tweets and regarding World University and School growing an abolition movement, abolishing the wrongful buying and selling of people, in the illegal sex, drug, violence, exotic animals, weapons, nuclear, et cetera, industries internationally, and their latent networks of violence. And the set of tweets reads, African Lion, which is a blog post of mine from the year 2012, about 11 years ago. And when I was in a study group in the San Francisco Quaker meeting, reading the abolitionist John Woolman's writings from the mid-1700s. I think the Journal of John Woolman was first published in around 1772. So the set of tweets reads, African Lion, reading the inspired Quaker abolitionist John Woolman, and a question about creating a Ken Burns-informed documentary about Woolman. And Woolman's journal is also available for free and easily in the Library of Congress, which is the largest library in the United States and maybe in the world. at title.loc, libraryofcongress.gov, and proceed from there. Google search for it if you'd like to begin to read this. And further, and in a big envisioning and a long time interest, how could World University and School, hashtag WUAS students on Twitter, access Library of Congress books? And perhaps all of them that a matriculated university student or matriculated university students might benefit from having access to at World University and School as students start to matriculate en masse at WUAS. And potentially as a way to build out from the World University and School Library resources page. Perhaps this would emerge even in a hashtag realistic virtual earth for libraries. Go into this virtual library, into a building in the Library of Congress in Washington, DC, and pick a virtual book up off the shelf. And it might be a PDF, and you could read it right there in front of your computer. And potentially this would include virtual scientific journals and particularly contemporary recent developments, for example, in genetic science. Agenda item 4, time to grow the university and newspapers at hashtag WUASUNIVS. So World University and School is seeking to develop school newspapers that students organize and where students write the articles. And the wiki subject page for that is wiki.worlduniversityandschool.org/wiki/the University and newspaper at WUAS. And this is a set of tweets where World University and School and the WS Press Twitter feeds with distributed matriculating hashtag MIT OCW centric hashtag WUAS students and others from their WUAS homes in all 200 countries begin to write WUAS local news. So this would be a brand new way of creating local news with students in their homes across any given city, in Moscow, in Beijing, in Chicago, Illinois, for example, who are matriculated at World University and School and involved in this university and newspaper, helping to create local news in a new way. This set of tweets retweets John Palfrey's, the president of the MacArthur Foundation's recent tweet from Kevin, who was a co-founder of Artifact News, Artificial Intelligence, which just shut down. And John Palfrey's tweet, quoting Kevin, reads, "We are at an existential moment where many publications are shutting down or struggling. Local news has all but vanished, and larger publishers have fraught relationships with leading technology companies." Kevin is a Stanford, I think, graduate with an undergraduate degree. And who knows whether this quote might even also come from a Stanford professor of communication and journalism, Jim Hamilton, who's also a Harvard alum like John Palfrey is. I don't know, but the Artifact software, which machine learning and LinkedIn news software, which just shut down in its current form, is fascinating and may offer completely new ways to looking at the news, especially if comments remain open which I think they were closed, in this machine learning platform for news, for local news. And could World University and School take this, adapt this artifact, machine learning, artificial intelligence news software, and particularly for local news, producing local news by our students, our WUAS students, and in all 200 countries and in their main languages. Agenda item 5. Let me just see if anyone might want to join us. Not yet. WUAS filings of statements of information and related tax documents and similar for 2023 in the year 2024. WUAS is making progress filing World University and School WUAS tax forms, statements of information, with now 2 out of 3 legal entities forms filed, having received last night, Sunday morning, very early in the morning at 4:14 a.m. Eastern time, which would be 1:14 Pacific time. The reminder from the state of California to file the World University and School as California exempt entity statement of information with the state of California's BizFile Online website and platform. So there's 3 legal entities here that I'm going to mention with their websites, with related websites. And the first one is the federal 501c3 public charity tax exempt filing status that World University and School has, and filed a 990N card online through file990.org for World University and School's 501c3 regarding the US federal government on January 3rd, 2024, and got a payment receipt of $54.99. So the second legal entity I just started out with and mentioned, World University and School as California exempt entity, statement of information, State of California BizFile Online, January 21st, 2024. There was a $20 filing fee and filed it with this website, bizfileonline.sos.ca.gov. It's a California, State of California's government website for exempt legal entities in the state of California, which World University and School is as a second legal entity. First is we're a legal entity at the federal government level. Check out guidestar.org/profile/27-3105368. Second is we're a legal entity in the state of California that's exempt. Check out bizfileonline.sos.ca.gov with our tax numbers. They're at the bottom of our two main World University and School pages, worlduniversityandschool.org and worlduniversityandschool.org/academicpress.html. So the third legal entity is WUAS still needs to file and potentially pay a large sum for. And this is the WUAS General Stock Company, legal entity in the state of California. And this is ahead, and potentially when I get the reminder, and the website where we'll file this further is ftb.ca.gov/myftb. WUAS has paid taxes to both of these legal entities in California 1 or 2 years ago, the exempt legal entity and the for-profit general stock company legal entity, and has paid this filing fee this year, 2024, for 2023 for the exempt legal entity in California. These are sort of the paperwork that are the basis for World University and School's 2 wings and the legal entities for us as we proceed as a US 501c3 tax-exempt organization, primarily here. So agenda item 6, recording of MIT OpenCourseware-centric Wiki World University and School WUS Press, Monday, January 15th, 2023, Open World University and School WUS News and Question and Answer. That video is posted from a week ago today, and in the Poinciana blog post as well. Check it out at youtube.com/Scott MacLeod World University /videos. And agenda item 7, last agenda item, the recording of the Saturday 1/20/2024, that's just 2 days ago, WUS monthly business meeting recording, an hour long, is posted. Also at that Active World University and School YouTube channel, and check it out. There are 2 related blog posts for that as well. Regards, abolitionally. See you soon. Check out the youtube.com/Scott MacLeod World University /videos channel. P.S. The next WUS News and Question and Answer open forum for conversation, free conversation. Wiki World University and School WS News and Question and Answer is January 29th, a week from today, at 7 a.m. Pacific time, 10 a.m. Eastern time, 7:30 p.m. India time. Please join if you're interested. And if you know students who might be interested in free accrediting MIT OpenCourseware-centric WUAS degrees as well. And if you know also people who might be interested in teaching on the wiki side at World University and School. So thanks. I'll post the recording of this video to the WUAS main Twitter feeds, twitter.com/WORLDUNIVANDSCH, twitter.com/WUAS Press, also to the active YouTube channel. And until next time, thanks. Happy New Year. I'm Scott MacLeod, SGKMACLEOD @worlduniversityandschool.org is my email. Till next time.